Magellan Metals is a wholly owned subsidiary of Ivernia Incorporated. A Canadian-listed company which operates the Magellan lead mine, located 40 kilometres west of Wiluna in Western Australia. The mine operates on a fly-in, fly-out basis, the flight between Perth and the airstrip at Wiluna taking an hour and a half. The administration office is in Perth, where the majority of mine employees also live. Magellan Metals has a mixture of mining and exploration licences. Exploration in the Yandal tenement is currently in its early stages. Drilling is being carried out on the Cortez, Drake and Pizarro tenements to establish inferred resources within the green boundaries. These dots represent drill holes and are colour-coded according to their metal content. The deposits occur in the Yelmer Formation that outcrops as a mesa of approximately 5 kilometres by 2 kilometres and is raised above the surrounding alluvial plain by approximately 50 metres. The mine is situated 2 kilometres to the north of the Goldfields Highway and 40 kilometres from the Goldfields gas pipeline. The mine licence boundaries are shown in white on this aerial photo taken in February of 2005. Magellan was discovered in 1991 by RGC Exploration whilst looking for gold and base metals. A sequence of drill programs was undertaken by RGC between 1991 and 1995. After acquiring the property in 1997, Magellan Metals continued drilling the Magellan resource and discovered Kano in 2000. Followed by Pinzon in 2004. The dark red dots indicate higher concentrations of lead. Planned drill holes are shown here in blue. The mineralisation occurs at shallow depth as a stratiform zone of lead mineralisation within the sediments of the Yelmer Formation. The planned pit shells are shown for Kano and Magellan in order of mining phases, finishing with the final pit shapes. Waste is stripped off the top of the ore bodies to expose the ore. The surface rock, however, requires some drilling and blasting. The waste is then loaded into 85-ton trucks by a Komatsu excavator and taken either to construct the walls of the tailings storage facility or to the waste stockpile. Grade control drilling is carried out to complete the mining design. Ore mining commenced in Kano and was followed by ore mining from Magellan in late 2005. The upper levels of rock require drilling and blasting, but lower levels are soft enough for free digging. Ore is loaded into the 85-ton trucks for transport to the ROM pad. A water cut operates continuously for dust suppression. Stockpiles of different ores are laid down on the ROM pad and are loaded into the crusher bin by front-end loader to achieve an even blend of ore type and grade. The ore is crushed and then transported by conveyor to the SAG grinding mill, where it is ground to produce a pulp. Small quantities of hard pebbles are ejected from the mill as scats. and from the screen as grits. These rejects are of a low grade and are stockpiled. The pulp is pumped to cyclones and the flotation feed is stored in a tank where reagents are added in preparation for the flotation recovery circuit. In the flotation cells, lead is attracted to the reagents on the bubbles and the mineral-laden froth overflows the cell lips. This process is repeated a number of times to upgrade the concentrate to approximately 65% lead. The tailings pulp is dewatered in a thickener before being pumped to the tailings storage facility. The solids settle and the water is then pumped back to the plant. Excess waste is collected in stockpiles. Rehabilitation of the waste stockpiles has commenced and will be continued through to the end of the mine life, when all of the dumps and tailings storage facility will be covered with topsoil. Environmental monitoring will be continued throughout the life of the mine, monitoring air, water and soil qualities. The concentrate is collected in a thickener to dewater the pulp and transferred to the stock tank. The concentrate is filtered in 2 belt filters to reduce the moisture for handling and transport. Mining and milling operations are continuous on a 24-hour around-the-clock basis. The concentrate is currently dried on a solar drying pad for final drying and then is loaded into containers called kibbles. After passing through the washdown, a 4-trailer road train transports 100-ton loads of concentrate to Leonora. The kibbles containing the concentrate are transferred to rail wagons for movement to Esperance Port. All shipments are made from the Port of Esperance. The kibbles are discharged and the concentrate is stored in a dedicated shed. The concentrate is then transferred to the ship by conveyor, where 5,000 tonnes is stored in each separate hold. The concentrates are sold to smelters in Asia. The Magellan mine, with its low cost and long life, is well on its way to becoming the world's 5th largest lead producer. Ivonia is an emerging base metals company with a major role to play in Australia's burgeoning export industry.